Ooh, that means we start recording. All right, here comes part 2 of the fall semester exam review. Right now, we are identifying which property makes the following statements true. Anybody know 17? If x plus 12 equals 17 and y equals 17, then we can change the equation to this. It's either the reflexive property, substitution, transitive, or the segment addition property. We had x plus 12 equals 17. Now we have x plus 12 equals y. It's not transitive. This is a straight, we've replaced 17 with y. So this is substitution. The next one, if A, B, and C are consecutive points on a line, then AB plus BC equals AC. That is our segment addition. That's not property. It's supposed to be postulate. Typo. Segment addition postulate. You'll want to recognize these. These are straight off of the semester exam. Now, Ella, here's our example of the transitive property. If WS equals NL and NL equals AB, so it's this, I remember we think of it as some train cars. We have these train cars that are linked. We can get rid of the middle cars and just have the engine connected to the caboose. If we think of train, then we might remember that's transitive. Kosuke, what's the last one? We already did substitution. We already did transitive. We already did segment addition postulate. What's the last one? Yeah, reflexive. Way to go. That's just matching up properties with their definitions. Okay, next one. Tell whether the following is an inverse, converse, contrapositive, or none of the following. First of all, I would want you to know what the hypothesis and conclusion are of these statements. The hypothesis, this is a question on your semester exam. Do not include the word if. The conclusion, opposite sides are parallel. So remember, we referred to in the past our hypothesis as P, our conclusion as Q. So we want to find which one of these, the converse of a statement, instead of if P then Q, the converse was if Q, then P. Anybody see which one of these is our converse? Which one has the hypothesis and conclusion switched? Sajad, do you see which one? Which one of these sentences has the hypothesis and conclusion switched? Yeah, way to go, Sajad. Converse right here. Way to go. Now the inverse, they don't switch it. They say the opposite. If not P, then not Q. Anybody in the virtual world know which one that is? Aaron, what do you got?
22.
22, if a figure is not a parallelogram, so they left the hypothesis, they just put the word not in there, then the opposite sides are not parallel. You got it. Remember, this exam, you can use all of your notes. All of this stuff is straight out of the notes we've taken in class. Then the contrapositive. We want to do both. We want to say the opposite and switch. Anybody finding that one? I can't ask Aaron. Aaron already helped. Ella, what do you got?
Is it 21?
If opposite sides are not parallel, then the figure is not a parallelogram. Got it. Contra positive. Then Maya, what's 23? That was an option. None of the above. So none. Let's keep moving. We're doing great. Please be careful on 25. This is, again, one straight off of the semester exam. Anybody got a name that we can give to this shape? If you just put the word angle, that's not going to be an option on the semester exam. Casper, what do you got?
Is it angle ABC?
If you put the angle symbol and you said ABC, that is one answer. There are actually two more possible names, Casper.
Like angle CA?
That is another name. What's the third one, Casper?
Angle B?
Actually, yes. Since there's only one angle here, you can call this angle B. This is a special, this is the way it's going to ask on the semester exam. And all right, Casper, I'm actually going to give you 4 options, and you're going to have to choose which one is not a correct option. Does that make sense, Casper?
Yeah.
Good. Because you came up with the 3 correct ones, then I think you should be able to do this. Mandy, there's 2 names that we can give this object. Any idea, Mandy, what the 2 names we can give for problem 26?
No.
Because you didn't start with us. This was day 1, Mandy. Day 1. Because I just wanted to see if you made up that ground yet. Because that is kind of, it's just part.
I don't know. I want to say like segment XY.
As long as you put X, Y, and then you put the segment above, then you'd be correct. What's the other name that we can give this object?
I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna be mad at yourself if you don't think of it.
I don't know. Just XY.
No. Amaya, what do you think, Amaya? You wouldn't talk to me earlier, Amaya. Come on, Amaya. Man, I hate this virtual education. I just need everybody here. Where is everybody? Don't know, huh, Amaya? William, what about you?
Segment YX.
That is correct. Mandy, you see, we don't care which letter goes first. Now, how many different names can we give for 27? How about this? Ben, are you there?
Yeah.
On 27, can I call that line MN?
Yeah.
Yes, I actually can. Can I call it line NP?
Yes.
What about PM?
Yes.
Can I call it line N?
No.
Correct. Can I call it line MNP?
Yes.
Sorry, you were doing great right until then. Ben, a line is defined by 2 points. Not 1, not 3, not 17. It's got to be 2. Cool, Ben? Because you'll be asked that same question. I'm going to give you 4 options on the semester exam, Ben, and 3 of them are going to be right. 1 of them's wrong, and you got to find the wrong one, okay?
Okay.
Fantastic. All right.
I have a question.
Yes, Casper.
Could you do it segment MP?
Yep. Yeah, we could have done at least, let's see. We could have done 3 to, I think we could have done 6 different names.
Okay.
Wait,
Who's a wait?
he didn't make the noise.
Oh, yeah, Casper. Sorry. We shouldn't have addressed your question.
Oh my gosh.
Casper.
Good job.
That was so much more. That was a pig. That was not a koala. That was a scared pig right there. Yeah, we could have done 6 different names, Casper. Thanks for bringing that up. All right, careful of these sketches, okay? Make sure you read it all and then make sure you're drawing everything. Non-collinear, what the heck does non-collinear mean? Amaya, do you know what that means? Non-collinear. You trying to type too much, Amaya? I'd rather just talk to you. Maybe it's too loud where you're at. Jacob, do you know what non-collinear means? We're recording this, people. We have uncomfortable silences.
Sorry, my mind is blank currently.
Do you know what? If we put the word non at the beginning of a word, what does it mean, Jacob?
Not.
Yeah, not. Do you know what the prefix co means?
I don't put too much thought into words.
Oh, well, we need to do a little bit, like the co is used in like cooperate. All right. Co means together, operate means to work together. So not together on a line. We need some points, D, E, F, that are not together in a line, and they have to be in a plane W. Plane is a surface. We need to name it W. I would put the W in one of the 4 corners. We now have plane W. Now I need points D, E, and F so that they're not together in a line. So I would put F down here. Since I have everything, then I'll get all of the points. Do what?
Did you see what Casper put in the chat?
No, what did Casper put in his chat?
You should go watch it. It's hilarious.
I'm not going to watch anything that Casper puts in our chat. Casper, is this school appropriate? Was this YouTube approved by IT?
No animal.
It's a koala getting kicked out of a tree.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to watch that. That's going to bump me out of this meeting.
It's okay. I watched like half of
Emily, my name is not Jesus, but I mean, I understand why you're confused, but all right. We need.
Wait, what?
Huh?
No, I wasn't referring to you.
Oh, okay. I thought you thought I was Jesus. So, all right.
I mean, no. Yeah.
No? Okay. All right. So let's continue here. We want segment RM. We want it in a plane. So plane means a surface. Plane A. And I just need a segment RM. Make sure when you're doing these sketches that you have all the pieces being asked. And make sure if they say in, make sure you put it in there. in a plane. Put it in there. Don't put it on the edges. That's confusing. Put it in. If you're keeping up with me, you are one page down on the semester exam review. Here we go again, another sketch. Now I need two segments. They need to intersect. Kosuke, do you know what intersect means? Huh? Intersect. What does intersect mean? Kosuke, you see my arm? You see this arm? Do they intersect? Oh, no, you guys didn't see it. Kosuke just did this. He said no. Boom. Yeah. We need these two segments to intersect. RM intersect DE at point C. Find the measure of the complement. Complement means things that add up to 90 degrees. If one of them is 78.9, I need to take 90. Take away 78.9. I think, what is that, 11.1? I should probably use a calculator. I don't want to make a mistake, not when it's being recorded. Hey, I got it right. 11.1 degrees. Because complement means to add up to 90. 32 is very difficult. I'm going to do this a little bit fast for you all so that we don't spend too much time, because I don't think this one's on the actual exam. So I would just take this sentence and I would change it to a mathematical one. Maya, try and stay with me. Otherwise, I've got to shut the chat down because you guys aren't focused. Ella's asking about 31. We back up a little. Find the measure of the complement. Complement would be two angles that add up to 90. So if I have one of them, I just subtract from 90 and I can find the other one. 32 is much more difficult. An angle measure, so this part just means x, is always means equals in mathematics. 3 degrees more than 3 plus 2 times, and it gave you a hint in here, its supplement is whatever 180 minus x is. So that sentence has converted to an algebra problem. We can solve this. If I distribute the 2, then I have x equals 3 plus 360 minus 2x. I can add the 2x to the other side. Now I'm at 3x equals, and I can put the 3 and the 360 together. And if I divide both sides by 3, I find out x is 121. But they asked me to find the measure of its supplement. So the supplement is whatever makes me 180 degrees. So 59 degrees is actually that's why that one's really tough. Thank goodness you got me around to do that one for you. All right. Write an equation, point slope form. Try to remember point slope. Y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. I got 2 points. I'm going to choose to use this one just because there's no negatives. I don't like negatives. Then I got to find the slope. I can use the slope formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2, 7, minus a negative 1. x2 is 5 minus x1, which is 3. 7 minus a negative 1 is 8. Over 2, that means my slope is actually 4. Now I can plug the slope and the point in, and I'm done. Y minus 7 equals my slope times x minus 5, and I'm done.
5.
Hmm?
Shouldn't it be 3?
No, you have to plug in 1 point. You have to choose an x and a y from 1 point. I'm going to let you look up these terms on your own. We just took a test over that, so you should have access to that information. These look a little complicated, but actually these are if you know what you're doing, these are the easiest ones on the test. Anybody want to raise their hand? We're supposed to find the measure of DC. Anybody think they know what the measure of DC is right there? Who wants to raise their hand and be the smartest kid in the room? Nat, G, Greenstone, what do you think?
Is it 6.4 because OD is 6.4?
Duh. This is technically what's referred to as the perpendicular bisector theorem, but to me it just is pretty obvious. Anybody think they can help us find BC here? This is the angle bisector theorem. Maya, what do you got?
Is it 9?
Yup. Now I just need somebody, I think we would see hopefully that these two should be equal. 11x minus 9 equals 9x plus 5. Anybody want to show off their algebra skills? I got Maddox to do it last time. Maddox was a brilliant algebratician. Jacob, do you think you can handle the algebra of this one? Hello, Jacob. Are you there?
Possibly.
You're possibly there, or you can possibly handle the algebra?
Possibly handle it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's knock it out of the park. Then I can leave you alone for the rest of the day.
Oh, no.
Oh, you could do it. Hey, Jacob, which side has the most x's? I got 11 on this side and 9 on the other side. Which one's got the most?
The left side.
Good job. There's somebody didn't know the answer to that question last time. So we don't want any of these x's on the right. How do I get rid of them? I'll give you a hint. It's one of these operations, either addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. One of them will let me get rid of all of those x's.
I believe it was the subtract one.
Yeah. If we subtract 9x's on the right, what do we got to do on the left, Jacob?
Subtract 9x's.
Look at you. Look at the big brain on Brad. That'll get rid of all the x's on the right side. That only leaves us with 2 x's on the left. Still got the minus 9 equals 5. There's 2 numbers next to x. If we can move them to the other side, you're done, Jacob.
Yeah.
Which one you want to move?
The negative 9 is plus negative 8.
Yeah, we just use the opposite operations. I love it. Plus 9 on both sides. So we're down to 2x equals 14. What's our next move, Jacob?
Literally dividing both sides by 2.
Literally dividing both sides by 2. That gives us x is 7. Now, Maddox, you said 7 was your answer a long time ago, but that's not the answer to the problem, Maddox. What's the answer to the problem, Maddox? Come on, Maddox. Do you see they actually asked us to find LM? We need to find LM. LM, I hate to tell you, does not measure 7. It's enough out of you, Mandy. Nobody asked you. Unless your name's Maddox, and then we have, I didn't know we had to, if we had, think of that. If we had more than one Maddox, we would have Mad-Eye. Maddox, how am I going to find the measure of LM? What'd she say? Talk to me, Maddox. Come on, we miss you. You're supposed to be in the class with us.
Mike wasn't unmuted. There we go.
There you go.
She said plug it in.
What does that mean?
That means plug in the 9x plus 5 equals 7.
We want to do 9x plus 5 equals 7. We got another equation to solve?
Yes.
Careful. Look at this, Maddox. You see this says x is 7. We don't need to make a new equation, Maddox. Maddox, look. We already know what x is. You see, x is 7, so we don't need to. When Mandy said plug it in, she means she wants you to replace x with 7. You see that? Do you know what 9 times 7 is? What's 9 times 7, Maddox?
You said what? You said what?
What's 9 times 7?
63?
Yeah. Plus 5?
68.
There's our final answer. Answer's not 7. Do you see that? I don't want you to miss that on the test because I would be the jerk that I would make that multiple choice, and choice A would say 7. Choice D would say 68. And if you're not reading real close, you're going to get it not right, which is not fun. So last one, what is the slope of this function? If anybody can get us the slope, I will shut up for the rest of the day, and you guys can get out of here and start working on your review and trying to get life that much better. Well, we got all these people with their hands up. Looks like Mandy got her hand up first. Mandy, what's the slope?
My hand was up from last time.
Oh, cool. What's the slope?
3y.
Sorry, kid. This would be an important one to pay attention to. Ella, you want in there, Ella? Because technically Mandy did not even want this problem. I'll put there Mandy's hands down now. What's the slope, Ella? Turn your mic on. I'll turn mine off. That's all you have to ask.
The slope should be 3x, or just 3.
How'd you get that?
I turned that equation into slope-intercept form.
How do you do that?
This is going to be long. First, you should subtract 9x from the left side.
What do we do to the right side?
Subtract it from that side too.
If we do that, where's our equation now?
Negative 3x equals 24 minus 9x.
I'm guessing you mean negative 3y.
3y, yes.
Equals what?
Equals 24 minus 9x. Or you could do negative 9x.
I probably would have done that, but yeah, you said this first. We'll keep going.
Okay. Then what I did is I multiplied everything by a negative.
And then you divided by...
Then I divided by 3.
Watch this. What if we just divided everything by negative 3?
Yeah, that could work too.
What's going to be on the left?
Just 1.
Yeah, negative divided by a negative is a positive. 3 divided by 3 is 1. That gets us down to y. And then what's 24 divided by negative 3?
Negative 8.
And negative 9x divided by negative 3?
3x. Just call them 3.
And if we want to know the slope, where do we find that?
You look right next to the x.
The number next to the x, as long as we're solved for y, the number next to the x is our slope. That means we have a beautiful slope of 3. Okay, so we got 2 done, 2 of the pages of the semester exam review done together. You guys, there's 2 other pages if you look at one of my other videos. So